Here you go. What's today's date?
August 3rd.
And what time is it?
7:15.
And you at the Newcastle Library?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sweetheart.
Okay. Are you done?
Yeah, that's all I needed. All right, we got a time and date stamp. And the project's being presented before you, which is actually reality TV show times 10. I just set up a YouTube account. It's called You've Been Caught. If you'd like, you can email me at DelawareCourtTurpitude@gmail.com. Now, some of the things I want to show you here. This goes to the Department of Justice. That's the envelope with the letter in it. And again, you can see where my name and the system ID number was transferred to the plastic. So we know it came in it. And the postmark date is 7/29/2010. As I said, well, that's how I had my counterclaim notarized by the Prothonotary at the new court building. It cost $1, state of Delaware. Okay. This is the subpoena for Mr. Fred Garlick, which I could not, and it's dated today. No, actually, I couldn't date it today because it's dated for the date of the hearing, August 10, 2010. I couldn't date it today because she told me I got there after 3:45, and as a result, she couldn't take cash. But the attachment with the information for the subpoena, because it wouldn't fit on the little block provided, as can be seen here, it says see the 5 attached pages, is actually dated August 3rd of 2010. This is a fax cover sheet to JP13 from Timothy Davis, August 2nd. That's yesterday. Counterclaim to JP13 10-008692. It's 23 pages, notarized on the last page. Pages including the cover page, 24. That's the fax number for the court. I faxed this complaint Monday. I got it Friday and I faxed it Monday. This is a copy of the counterclaim itself. It's, as you can see here, multiple pages, 16 pages. It's 22 pages because it's got some secondary and tertiary exhibits built into the complaint. But a quick look here. Under fax, I, Timothy Davis, received a letter in my mailbox Friday, July 30th, 2010. The letter's return address is JP Court 13. I opened the letter on video. It contained 5 sheets of paper, all printed on one side. I was sure I would receive a second Saturday, August 1st, but I didn't. And for the record, today is August 3rd, as you've seen from the beginning of the video, and I still haven't gotten anything, but I haven't been home today, so we don't know. There may be something there. The letter was and still is a summons. Civil Action JP 1310-008692. Page 1. That's supposed to say page 1. Identified as having been produced by J. Brooke. Not a single page has a notary seal affixed. I'm filing the counterclaim August 2nd, 2010, and I did, by fax. It says, if I receive a second summons different from the first, the plaintiff's complaint has to be dismissed with prejudice and with a judgment for the defendant. That's in this counterclaim. Everybody see that? Everybody see that? In the Justice of the Peace Court of the State of Delaware, Newcastle County 13, Central YMCA versus Timothy Davis versus Central YMCA counterclaim. Okay? The civil complaint I received does not have a notary seal and lacks an attachment. Everybody see that? And again, we're going to go over this. It says, line 11 here says, if I receive a second summons different from the first, the plaintiff's complaint has to be dismissed with prejudice and a judgment for the defendant. We go into res judicata, statute of limitations, information having to do with the statute of limitations, page unnumbered of page of plaintiff's complaint is inadmissible in court due to JP Court 13 authentication requirements. Sorry, I'm not used to talking on camera. First, lines 2 and 3 read, on June 7th, tenant was sent a 7-day letter. If the issue this complaint arose from existed June 7th in the form of a letter, the letter would have been only confirmable if the issue and the issue and notice to the defendant. Did I read that right? The letter would have been only confirmable of the issue and notice to the defendant. The plaintiff's primary complaint was heard before the Honorable Nancy Robert, June 7th. Okay, we're just going to keep going here. But we're going to just look at some other things here. Frivolous. Page 6 of my complaint, line number 35. An action is frivolous if it lacks an arguable basis either in law or in fact, which the complaint has to, because it's missing something. There is no authentication or authenticated attachment to the complaint, which means there is no evidence confirming the counterclaim's frivolous feature. I didn't say that the way it reads. It says here, line 38, there is no authenticated attachment to the complaint. That's referring to the attachment the complaint spoke of but didn't have. Line 39, which means there is no evidence confirming the counterclaim's frivolous feature. That means that's proof in and of itself it's frivolous. Line 40, it says, add to that the fact that the YMCA residential property manager, Darrell Wright, is a notary public and notarizes documents for YMCA residents. And she does. She knew that. She had to know. On and on and on. The point I'm trying to make is, it's mentioned all throughout here that the complaint I received was missing contents mentioned, and the contents that were there absolutely could not be admissible in court in the least little bit. So again, go to YouTube and search for You've Been Caught, or email me at DelawareCourtTurpitude@gmail.com. Now, today again is the 3rd. It's about 20 minutes after 7. I'll be headed back to the YMCA shortly. As I said in the previous videos, I'm expecting to find something in my mailbox or on my door in the form of this complaint or secondary serving or hand service of this complaint. It will probably be on the door. That way they can take video footage of it and say, oh, see, he got it. Okay? When I go into the building, I'm going to have the cameras rolling and I'm going to have a witness with me. Okay? It won't be uploadable to YouTube until tomorrow, August 4th, 2010. Before I get to YouTube, though, I'm going to get to the Department of Justice and the U.S. Attorney's Office, which is part of the Department of Justice. I already sent a letter to Patricia Griffin. I'm going to probably contact Alan, I can't think of his last name, who's the head of the JP Court, and a few other entities about this. I think what has happened is the JP Court staff thinks that the Department of Justice, or I myself, is so ridiculously stupid that we don't know how to glance at information on the hard drive to determine what was and was not on it. So we're going to see about that.